I've already created several videos on attempt to steal my whole property, steal quoted, and give it to monstrous murder of my family in September 2019. So the major player was a notary from SMEDEREVO, so I'm not going into details on that. I'm just here to I'm going to explain here just the involvement in that attempt, involvement of two judges, one judge actually and one president of the same court, elementary court is SMEDEREVO, so their involvement in that attempt and the frauds that they gave up this attempt when after I contacted United States Embassy in Belgrade and FBI. Again, I'm not going into details about this because that's explained with a lot of details in other videos. So now I will just show how court acted during that attempt, and afterwards the same judge who was in charge of inheritance proceedings on my late father, he committed a lot of frauds, committed a lot of crimes, and in the end he gave that monster who murdered my family third on my property illegally. Then he removed any proof of his wrongdoing, which was minutes from that criminal proceedings. So I'll show everything in this video. So afterwards, of course, they managed to again committing major frauds and committing a lot of crimes along the way. They changed the ownership of that property illegally in cadastre, which deals with ownership of properties, ownership of properties, and geodata. So, and finally they managed to sold part of that property that is given to monstrous murder of my family by committing major frauds. They sold that to the guy who is local criminal war profiteer. But now when he figured out what he did, he's now crying like some pussy. He had, when he figured out he will lose everything and he will go to jail and pay a lot of damages, he's now crying like some pussy that he has serious health problems and so on and so on. So, which means that everything they did was for nothing. They just were wasting time. So I'm going first to, of course, I'm not going to show the emails I sent to that court I mentioned, elementary court. So I'm now here focusing only on elementary court. Other institutions like acting prosecution offices and that notary and so on are explained. Their role is explained in other videos. So I'm now focusing only on elementary court, the court which was dealing with decision of this court. Higher instance court is covered and their president is covered in other videos, so I'm also not going to do that here. So again, only crimes that are committed and frauds that are committed by as can be seen here, administration of elementary court is SMEDEREVO. So first I'm going to show there is only one mail sent by unfortunately she was in charge, chief of the document office of that court. office. Well, it cannot be just office. This is wrong, so it should be documents office. So office dealing with the documents of the court. So special purpose office of the court. Okay, so this is what this lady sent. I think that she died in a car accident or died of cancer, something like that. But I was informed she's dead, and it can be seen here that this is the only mail she sent, unless there is some problem with Gmail. And this, oh yeah, one more time, I think so. Today is 8th of July 2023, and I just need to show one more thing. Okay, after I finish this, so she confirmed that this is the date that she just confirmed there was no any document related to my late father's inheritance proceedings in their office. So nothing was started at that time. So this is the only email she sent. I sent a lot of emails afterwards. She didn't answer, giving a lot of details why there should not be a inheritance proceedings, or at least that monster who murdered my family cannot inherit anything. So there must be a decision that she cannot inherit anything, because there were a lot of crime reports against her at that time. So I won't go into details. I explained everything in other videos. So this is just Office of DA Prosecution of Appeals in Badbury confirming they received those emails. Of course, they did nothing. So now I need to show DA the videos I received from administration of court I mentioned, elementary court SMEDEREVO. One more time, I'm not going to show mails sent to them, maybe some of them from within these email threads, because they are here in this. Actually, it's better to if I access it using the because it's a public, using my email YouTube account. So this is my YouTube account, and this is the video which contains the in the description, which contains a link to I need to close I need to close the tabs that I don't need, because I don't have enough memory on this machine. So in this folder, which is obviously public, I mean not obviously because I'm logged in, but it is public. So this is the folder related to court I mentioned, elementary court is SMEDEREVO, so everything is here. So again, I'm not going to show and explain all the emails, only emails that I received from the administration of that court, and it's the same thing, the same tactics that all other state institutions are using. They are just ignoring me, and when they answer, they're answering only in some parts. They cherry pick only some of the documents, emails I sent. and they answer only some parts of that email. Most of those emails are crime reports, and they answering only parts of those emails without explaining why they did that. So this is the reason why I'm not explaining this for the court, because it's the same behavior for all the state institutions. Of course, there are some private institutions, private firms. So it's the same behavior. I'm not going to explain that here because I explained that in other videos. Okay, so this is the first email, which is something that I received in, this is the date, so January, right after my father died. So I asked that they act according to the law on inheritance, and examine unworthiness to inherit. So again, I explained everything in other videos, so I'm not going to explain that here. So what this judge did, and he's also president of the court, DRAGAN ROGAN, he just stated that I need to provide e-signature, electronic signature. So his job was, according to the law in this case, to report everything to higher instance, to prosecution which are above the prosecution that committed crimes. So at that time I still didn't have proof it's an international case. He didn't do that. He simply was referring to, as many of his colleagues, to e-signature. Just to find the part which says, yeah, here it is, electronic signature, and there is a proof that I was right regarding this, that he should have reported everything to and yeah, one more thing. So there is a video on this. I have a video of all emails I received from his court and higher instance court in SMEDEREVO. They are asking me for electronic signature, but they are brutally breaking the law by not using encryption. So there is a video on my channel that I just showed about that. So the proof that I was right, I get the proof that I was right about this, that he should have reported everything to prosecution in charge, is here. Let's see. So it's here, and this is his colleague, but president of higher instance court in SMEDEREVO, which deals with the decision of his court, of elementary court of SMEDEREVO. So I have a lot of videos about this lady, president of the higher instance, so higher instance court in SMEDEREVO. So in 27th of June last year, she forwarded my crime reports. Before that, she was constantly invoking that law regarding his signature, and finally she forwarded crime reports against a lot of people, including herself, which is something that probably never happened in the history of judiciary. And he was invoking the law on criminal proceedings. I explained everything in other videos. This is very important, which says that you can file a crime report not just to police, to prosecution office which is not in charge, but also to the court, and they need to forward this immediately to prosecution office which is in charge. So I'm not talking about private lawsuits, suits and anything else, but about the crime report. So she did that eventually because she didn't have any other choice. Again, details are in other videos. Just search for Bojković. So Bojković in Latin in my YouTube channel, and you will find a lot of videos about her. And one more thing. So this is article 281, paragraph 3. This is actually something she did. She did actually something, exactly something that I asked her to do. I just need to find that email to show you. So this is something either from September 17th of September or 21st of September or 24th of September. It's not this. I think it's 24th. So there are videos about these emails, not going into details. Yeah, here it is. One. No, it's not that. It's not that. No. I think it's 24th. I need to open that wall. So yeah, I actually made a mistake here in that email. It's actually I stated the wrong article. So sorry, the wrong paragraph. This is about filing a crime report using email. So it should be 2 should be here, here, not 3. But there was also that the paragraph 3, which I'm trying to find now. Paragraph 3 is mentioned somewhere here. Here it is. And this is exactly the mail I wrote to her. So if you can just translate it to make it faster. So here it is. Filed with the police, blah, non-competent public prosecutor or court. They will receive complaint and immediately receive, meaning they will store it in their archive and submit it immediately to the public prosecutor in charge. So I wrote that to her on 24th of September 2021, a couple of days before I moved to. So this is here where I address her, President of Higher Instance Court. So and as you saw on 27th of June last year, something more than a year now, she actually did what I asked her and proved that all those judges and police officers and prosecutor also needed to file a crime report against their superiors who committed, and colleagues who committed crimes, but they haven't done that. But this is the best proof that it should have been done, because it's done by none other by the President of Higher Instance Court. Okay, so let's go back to the to those emails. So one more time, the President Rogan is invoking the law on electronic signature while not having encrypted message. He and his colleague from this court and judges, actually only, I think only that president from of Higher Instance Court in SMEDEREVO, they are the only ones who, I think the only ones who asked for that signature. So this is the next one. They only confirmed here they received my email, and this is one of the actually the second response. What was the date of this? 22nd. This is the second response from the 2 pages, again from President of that court, DRAGAN ROGAN. So elementary court is SMEDEREVO, number of the case, and so on and so on. He said he doesn't understand what I wrote. I mean, right. Again, electronic signature. And you know, explaining here what is electronic signature, although he doesn't have any sort of technical knowledge, which that really is. I mean, he's a judge, and I happen to be an engineer of computer science, and know very well electrical engineer, computer science, major computer science and communications. So he's trying to explain to me what digital signature is, or electronic signature, while he's sending me the email using non-encrypted non-encrypted connection, which tells enough. I don't want to explain anymore. It really doesn't make sense to explain anything else. So they just confirmed here receiving my emails. Of course, I had a response. You can find it there in on G drive, in the folder that I just showed. So I told him, I wrote to him that he cannot explain to me something he knows nothing about. He doesn't have technical knowledge. Of course, he didn't answer. So again, just confirmation of email. This is now about his judge who committed major crimes and frauds during inheritance proceedings on my late father, but I'm trying to find if there is anything else sent by DA. By president of the court, Dragan Rogan, nothing obviously. This is just a confirmation of receiving my email. Again, confirmation of receiving my email. Emails, whatever, and so on and so on. Confirmation, 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 nothing. And I think this is the last one. They just confirmed everything. So that's basically it. So now I'm moving to the judge who committed those crimes that I mentioned, crimes within inheritance proceedings of my late father, and I think I mentioned that also Ministry of Justice of Serbia is involved, and just want to show the folder that's related to that ministry. I'm not going to explain everything because, as I explained, they're using the same tactics. This is even Ministry of Netherlands, Ministry of Justice and I think Security. This is in English, so you don't need any sort of explanation. I might need just their email to quickly show. So NFI, to quickly show these emails just for the sake of completeness, but I'm not going to show other emails because one more time they are using the same tactics, all of the state institutions. I'm just showing the folder related to Ministry of Justice of Serbia, which did nothing, and they needed to file crime report. To prosecution office in charge. I'm trying to open this to see what. Yeah, this is something I get from Deputy Minister Jelena Deretic. So the same thing, they're just ignoring me. So if you want to see the people who are involved, you just search in these folders. So there are 60 folders, most of them are state institutions. This is the only response. Same goes for all the other state institutions. So one more time, I'm not describing everything. I'm not creating videos on everything. I'm not explaining everything because I already had a lot of videos and showed their tactics, so it really doesn't make sense to do this anymore. So I will now just show that before I open this this email. So anything else related, it's only one mail. There's only one mail I received from that judge. All the other details are in phone call, videos of phone calls to document office of that court, so elementary court in Smederevo. So I just want to show here these emails from NFI, Doris, Erhard, whatever. So emails she sent to me. Forwarded to my brother. So this was over their expertise regarding my grandfather's autopsy. So this is another check out this. So this is another proof that foreign factor is involved. Besides Interpol, I just created videos of Interpol involvement, video on Interpol involvement. Although there are some other videos already on Interpol involvement on my YouTube channel. So that would be it. So let's go back to that one email of the judge. And one more time, this is his role in that attempt to give my whole property to monster who murdered my family. I don't know if I mentioned they gave up when I reported everything to FBI and the embassy of US Embassy in Belgrade, but more on that in other videos that I mentioned. So this is the judge, so Judge Dejan Adamovic. So the date is 23rd of September 2019. This is when they gave up giving my whole property to monster who murdered my family, because that was the best way to prove she's innocent, ignoring all the facts regarding her guilt, because she cannot inherit anything until prosecution dropped charges against her. So which is called unworthiness of to inherit by law of inheritance. So I wrote to him, I gave him my address and my brother's address, which she asked. She later sent us, I don't know what's the right word, but invited us for that inheritance proceedings. I let that happen because this was very risky, but that was the best way to show that monster who murdered my family was unworthy to inherit. And after that, she and her that monster and her family, who are criminals and connected to major criminals in Serbia and probably Balkans. So I explained what he did wrong. I'm not explaining that again. I think I showed the folder that is related to this court. This is prosecution of appeals confirming everything. So I wanted them to confirm by email or by regular mail that inheritance proceedings was cancelled, because if they haven't done that, then they can fake that there was inheritance proceedings, and I would lose my whole property. So I wouldn't have anywhere else to go, because I didn't have apartment in Novi Sad where I lived. But I let I let this judge to commit the frauds on purpose for the reasons I explained. So just confirmations again for the judge, stating that reminding him that he is breaking the law one more time. Some new details and so on and so on. I think that this is the folder final 2 or maybe final. Yeah, this is now final 2, which contains folder Interpol that I explained in other videos. So he knew very well that this is some different courts and prosecution offices and so on and so on. So they confirmed they received those emails. This is important. So the higher instance court also confirmed that one more time, final 2, which is in charge of elementary court, in charge of their decisions. They confirmed that. This address again said they knew very well that Interpol is involved in cover-up. So this is just one of the proofs. There is a video just on that they all those institutions had access to the folder, to final 2 folder. They also confirmed here elementary court. I just want to see if those emails are it's pretty confusing. So they confirmed they received emails is sent and so on and so on. So this was the one and only mail I received from the judge. Other details are, as I said, in videos on my YouTube channel where I called elementary court. So if I type elementary, so these are the videos. Where I called them. So these are other details on what was happening. I think this is the most important one. I proved here that the complaint I filed to higher instance court regarding frauds of Judge DEJAN Adamovic. He faked minutes. So I proved here in this video that this link is alive. So this was the complaint to regarding inheritance proceedings, and this was the only way to show that this link is alive, so by creating a video. And in this video, monster who murdered my family admitted, this can be heard, that judge removed part from the minutes in final decision regarding regarding inheritance proceedings of my father. And other thing that he did is that he, to this day, and I will again show what day is today. I think I showed it, but I created a lot of videos. So today is 8th of July 2023. So to this very day, and this is this was 20th of March 2020. To this very day, both my brother and that monster who murdered my family haven't received this video, just this email, without any explanation from the judge why they haven't received it. He needed to send this according to the law. You can hear confirmation on that in videos of calls to elementary court in SMEDEREVO. So this is another crime he committed. So I will just open this to prove that it is alive, and I can even do that now. So if I look here, I cannot find it for some reason. I don't know why it doesn't show that. Maybe if I add that it's from me to the court, it should work. I just want to show that it's still live. Amazing, I cannot find it here. It's really important. So maybe if I quote it. Wow. Actually, it's here. Okay, so I'm just showing that this is still alive. And this is 8 March 2020. It's 1 hour exactly 1 hour and something like 26 seconds. Details, the folder, which for some reason I cannot open. So I cannot open it. I've never seen anything like that, like this. But it's alive, so this video is also here, so it's on my channel. It's May of March 2020, not the first part but the second part, so I think that even there is even the description. Well, description is here. In the first part, I just ask her to bring DA. Actually, these are not nodes but minutes. And another one very important is 15th of March, where this monster admitted she actually found my grandfather, which was, and the opposite claim was the reason to close the case of my grandfather's murder. So this is the 8th of March. It should state here minutes. This is also important. And so on and so on. So judge refused to look at the DA documents I sent, although he needed to do that by the definition of his job, not even to look at those documents, but to investigate that by himself. If there is any crime report or crime proceedings regarding any of the people who are inheriting property, in this case the problem was with monster who murdered my family. The details are in other videos, so especially the video on what happened when I reported top of the Ministry of Interior to Interpol using Twitter. So I cannot open this, but video doc 3 but what I can do is what? Pop-up blocked. Okay, so this is probably the reason. So it should work now. Yeah. I don't need this anymore. So this is final 2. This is what I wanted to show before. This is before I started uploading everything to YouTube. Here's some other videos, and this is exactly that video I showed, where I opened the the link. So just to show that everything is still alive, so that's it. Okay. Let's see what else. So this is everything that has to do with emails. I will now move to G Drive to show the rest of the documents which are sent to me by the regular mail. So directory is VSS, so this is all public. So VSS, which stands for High Council of Judiciary. And let's see what are the folders related to this. So this is related to cadastre, to their frauds, government institution, state institution, but dealing with properties, ownership, and so on and so on. So first, these are the minutes which are used to create the can I rotate this? Move. Never mind. So this is the part. This is the part. So minutes. The case number. So this is actually the case of the inheritance proceedings given to the to notary. And the date is 28th of February 2020. So this part here is something that I requested as judge to add, because he said he didn't have time to look at my documents I sent about related to monstrous murders of my family. So he added this, where I explained that this monster is psychic patient, that he murdered my family and nobody reacted, and so on and so on. And what happened afterwards, which is why I did everything, I let this happen, is that judge removed this part. So I'll show the second part of that. So he didn't give, there's no his signature and the seal here, which is illegal. And in the video 5th of March, I don't know if I show this, but I will show it again. So in this video, the monster who murdered my family confirmed she doesn't have, she also doesn't have the well, I cannot find it now, but she confirmed, maybe in this video and other videos, that there is no seal, and no, it looks as if it's not this one. So she confirmed maybe it's something from February. or March 2020. So it's not, so it should be after 28th of March. It's maybe 29th. It's maybe in February, but I think that was the last day of February. No, but there is a video, I think, where she confirmed she doesn't, there is no signature on these minutes, and even if she didn't do that, she confirmed in that video phone call from 8th of March that, as I showed, that judge removed the that part which I added, which he added after I asked him. He removed, as can be seen here. So this is the decision on inheritance proceedings. It can be seen here that there is no that part that I added is removed. So first page, second page, and this is third page. So he removed that without any explanation why. And finally, something that can be heard in the phone calls. I don't know if I uploaded that. So phone calls to elementary court, document office of elementary court, is that now I think that this is something from September 2021, but I'm not sure. I will add into the description. So now what I found afterwards is that the judge completely removed this. Oh yeah, one more thing is that the number of that case, inheritance proceedings, is now changed. It's now 531/20. So the number of the minutes, which is this 2028/19, is different than the number of DA decision on criminal proceedings. I mean the case, sorry, inheritance proceedings. So what judge did is that he completely removed, without any written decision or similar, he completely removed this minutes, these 2 pages. He completely removed that from the case of inheritance proceedings of my late father. So, but of course I recorded everything, and these recordings are something that monster who murdered my family admitted, because she and her family, who are criminals and connected to criminals, the major criminals in Serbian Balkans, they thought that everything is finished when proceedings, inheritance proceedings is finished. So, which is far away from the truth, because this is international case. There are a lot of videos proving that. So again, he removed that. So I'm trying to give all crimes, to list all the crimes, to mention all the crimes he committed. So let's see if there is something else that I should mention regarding that judge. So everything else is described in other videos. Let's see. This is about higher instance court who decided on my complaint regarding decision of Judge DEJAN ADAMOVIC, but that this deserves a separate video because it's something unbelievable. So something of a caliber of decisions during communist era or in brutal totalitarianism. So I covered everything else, and the last thing I should mention regarding this judge is that he first sent this is folder related to my brother. So he first sent the decision to my brother and to that monster decision on inheritance proceedings, again without that recording. That recording should have been sent both to that monster and to my brother on CD or DVD, whatever, with the transcript. This is according to the law, and to this date none of them received that. So without, of course, without decision why he haven't put that together with the decision on inheritance proceedings. So without sending that, the higher instance court could not even decide on my complaint. So they did. This is another reason they did everything against the law. So this is this is email. This is document my brother received. So as you can see here, this link is even underlined. So this is that complaint, and they printed everything else, all the replies. They should just have printed this. So this is what he received. As can be seen here, they printed everything I sent. I sent before that all the replies, totally unnecessary. So again, email. So this is something he received. Let's see, 15th. This is when he recorded 15th of May 2020. And this is these are some emails related to my brother. So okay, so just some confirmation I asked from him. And another thing that judge did is brutal intimidation related to my brother. So he first sent this complaint that I filed. He first sent this to my brother using regular mail, and afterwards he sent that to the police. So police officers handled that to him, and that was brutal case of intimidation. My brother at that time had he still had kids, but at that time they were minors, ranging from 8 or 9 to like 15, 16 years. So judge was also intimidating my brother's kids, which is really unbelievable. So this just adds up to crimes he committed. So I think that this concludes everything related to the judge. And the last thing regarding that inheritance proceedings is the decision of higher instance court on my complaint, which I'm going to cover in other video. It deserves a separate video. So again, it's in this folder, and I just want to so it's here. This is the envelope I received from them. So what they did, they stated I filed a complaint, but they didn't haven't stated, so panel of judges of higher instance court, they haven't stated what was my complaint about, which is something probably that never happened in history of judiciary worldwide. Maybe in some commie totalitarian regimes, but I think that should not be taken as a reference. So for any normal society, I won't say democratic because it's something I don't recognize. I don't believe in that, and the term is pretty controversial. I create a video on that. So this is something way beyond any normal behavior and any normal decision. They knew very well what was happening, that they are protecting monstrous murder of my family, and they still went on and did this. This folder also contains the decision on on revision, which is a sort of a special complaint. You complain, this is complaint on complaint. They rejected that too, or maybe this is not the right word. So audit rejected. Okay. So it is called revision in Serbia, and as I said, I will create a separate video on this, naming the judges, panel of judges that decided, that are behind this unbelievable decision. So this, I don't recall that I read about anything similar in newspaper in my whole life. So I'm sure that other people will agree. So that was everything regarding frauds and crimes committed by Judge DEJAN ADAMOVIC and his president of that court. Elementary court is in SMEDEREVO, and I just need to mention, if I haven't mentioned, and this is the good place to finish the video. So besides all those crimes I mentioned, it's also not reporting a crime, which is a crime, obstruction of justice, and preventing me from collecting evidence, because when prosecutor ignores me, or deputy prosecutor, I have a right to act as state prosecutor. So this is something that I should conclude video with.